So let's go ahead now and show you how to do it inside of Elite Marketing Pro in case you want to take the free option. So if you go up here to My Offers and you go to My Marketing System, if you click right on here, that'll take you to a page where you can choose to set up your blog and capture page system. This is the one you want to click Access Now. And that's going to take you to this page here. If you want more information than I give you on how to use the sales page builder and the capture page builder inside of Elite Marketing Pro, if that's the tool you're going to use to build your capture pages and sales pages instead of something like Optimize Press, then you can access additional videos right up here where it says ABC, access the training videos. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to, if you haven't already set it up, you can click here to set up your blogging and lead capture page system. And then once you've done that, you can log in by clicking right here. And that'll take you over to your login page. If you haven't already logged in, you'll have to log in. I'm already logged in. Now, a couple of things to note. First of all, this thing right here that says EMP sales pages, that's not actually where you go to build sales pages. If you want to build capture pages, you do want to go to the one that says capture pages, and this is where you build those. I'll explain that in a different video. The one that says EMP sales pages, this is not for actually building your pages. This is more for customization. Unless you're an advanced user, I don't really recommend that you go in here and change any of these settings. My recommendation to you is just leave it all as the default. And what you want to do is you want to go up here to where it says pages, and you want to go to add new. You do not want to do post. This is actually on mine. This is an error. It says step 1, if you want to create a sales page, go to post, add new post. That's incorrect. You don't want to do it under a post. You want to do it as a page. So we're going to click page, add new. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give this page a title. So I'll just call this demo sales page delete later, just for my records. And then when you click down here, what it'll do is it will automatically create your slug. This is the URL that people are going to see. You can edit that if you want. So let's say that what I wanted them to actually see was, I don't know, VSL or something. I'll just call it demo VSL and say okay. And then that's what they would actually see in their address bar. Now, the very first thing you want to do, this is very important, otherwise your page is going to end up looking all funny. You have to go right down here to where it says template. Instead of default template, let me show you first of all, if I start typing something in here, test this page, and I say publish, if I leave that template set to default template, that's going to look really funny. It's going to look basically like a page inside of Elite. This is not what you want your sales page to look like. It's got all this blog header stuff. You don't want that, okay? So in order for it to be just a blank white page or a page with a gray background, you want to go to template, default template, and scroll down here to where it says either sales page. This is going to be with a white background. Let's just look at each one to see. So sales page is going to be just a solid white background. It's a very clean look. You can certainly do that. After it updates, we'll click on preview changes, and you can see that what we've got here is just, test this page, and it's a solid white background, right? The other option would be one of these two, blog background or gray background. They're basically both gray backgrounds. And what they do is they put your sales information inside of a, box, kind of like a feature box. And so now if I click preview changes, you'll see that what we've got now is more like a gray background and all of our content. So I'll leave it at this one, okay? Just so you can see what the page will look like if I leave it like that. Now, here's what you're going to do to build your page. It's actually pretty simple. I just don't care for the fact that I don't have as much customization, and I prefer to have templates to work off of. And here, you're not really working off of templates. You kind of have to build your page from scratch. But what you're going to want to do is where it says visual or text, if you know HTML, you can post HTML in here. Otherwise, you're just going to click the tab that says visual. And then right here where it says shortcode editor, we are going to click this. And what you can do is you can add elements to your page using what's called shortcode. So the first thing you're probably going to want to add is a headline. So I'm going to click this shortcode type and choose headlines. And then I can preview what this type of headline would look like. So this particular headline is going to be this style. I can choose style 2, style 3, style 4, and you can just go right down the line and see which one of those styles you like the best. I'm just going to go ahead for now and use style number 1 just to be simple. And text color is black. This stuff right here actually has a separate short code. I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. Once you've decided on what you like, we're just going to say insert. And you'll notice what it does is you don't actually see visually what it looks like. It puts in some coding that, I mean, it looks complicated. It's really not. So this is the code you don't want to change. Here it says your headline goes here. This is what you actually are going to type in. So let's say your headline was going to be discover 3 tips to converting more website visitors into sales. Okay? Now, let's say that you also wanted to have part of that to be in kind of the highlighted part where it's like highlighted in with red text and it's got like a yellow highlighter on it. That was the style for this one. What we could do is we can actually put whatever part we want to be highlighted. So I could say convert more website visitors into sales. Let's say that I just wanted that ending part to be highlighted. I'll delete it from here, from this section. And instead what I'll do is where it says this short code should be used to be highlighted or to demand attention, I'm going to highlight that, get rid of it. Okay, and I'll leave the exclamation point at the end, and I will simply say update. Okay, and if you want to double check each little section as you go along, you can click on preview, and that shows me what my headline is going to look like. Okay, so the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to add your video. Okay, so what you're going to do is click down here, put your cursor in the spot where you want it. We're going to click shortcode editor again, and what they've got are called video skins, and so we can click any one of these video skins. You got different styles. Just click preview, and you can see that what this is like a YouTube video inside of like a black border. I personally prefer stuff that's a little bit more simple. I don't like the big black border personally, but you can use that. So I'm going to choose style 6 because this one is just a pretty streamlined. It's basically just the video with kind of a shadow underneath it. And headline tag, you can choose what you want your headline tag to look like. I don't even know if that changes anything. It might not. Then with this particular thing, you can only use YouTube or Vimeo. And so now there's the only real tricky part. It's not even really tricky, but here's what you need to do. If you've uploaded your video to YouTube, okay, you go over here to YouTube. So let's say that this was the video I was going to use. And what I would do is I would go down here, and right below the video, there's a button that says share. You want to click the button that says share, and then you want to click embed. Now, you're going to want to use this code right here to paste. I'm sorry, my bad. You're not going to use the whole code. What you're going to want to do is you're going to actually only want to use this where it says $V equals, and it gives you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 characters. You want to use those 11 characters that come right after $V equals. That's your YouTube unique code for that video. Now, the reason I had you click on embed is this reason here, because if we click on show more, it'll tell us what our dimensions are, the video size. You must make sure that your skin, your video skin, is the same size as your video. Okay, I should say you should make sure it's the right ratio of your video. So first thing you want to do is where it says video ID right here, we're going to right click and say paste and put in that 11-digit character code. You don't need the whole embed code. Instead, you just put in the 11 digits. Now, right here where it says video width, what I would do is I'd figure out about how wide you want it. Typically, in this particular layout, anywhere from about 600 to 700 pixels is probably fine. So I'll come over here and I will just type in custom size, and I'll type in 700. And when I click out, it figures out my height for me. So I know that it's going to be 700 by 394. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to put in video width is 700. My video height is going to be 394. And then the last option is, do I want it to display the controls on the video? I'm going to say no. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and insert this. And then the only other thing I really don't like about this, and once again, because I like something that gives me a little more flexibility, when I'm on a sales page, I don't want my prospect or my website visitor to have to do any more steps than normal or than they would have to do. I want them to just, I want the video to start playing automatically, and you don't have that as an option inside of this sales page builder. Okay, I mean, it's not that big of a deal for them to click the button, but just so you know, that, you know, the video will not start playing automatically if you use this video skin option with the Elite Marketing Pro sales page builder. Let's go ahead and update what we've got so far. And what we'll do is we'll preview the page to make sure that our video and our skin looks right and everything is sized properly. Okay, so you could see I could even go a little wider with this video if I wanted it to be, you know, maybe 800 pixels or something. I could potentially go a little bit wider, but I'll just leave it at 700 pixels for now. I'm going to close that down. My web page is kind of coming along. The last thing I really need is a button down here. Now, the other thing you cannot do, once again, you don't have the flexibility here, but you're going to be able to create a button. If you use something like ClickFunnels or Optimize Press, you can make that button pop up after a certain period of time. So if you don't want them to know it's a sales page, you just want them to watch the video like it's a tutorial, and then you want the button to slide in after, let's say, 10 minutes is when you actually make your offer. Then with Elite Marketing Pro, unfortunately, you don't have that flexibility. All you can do is make a button. Pardon me, I got the hiccups. All you can do is make a button. So I'm going to show you how to do that. You're going to put the thing down here where you'd want that button to be. I'm going to click Shortcode Editor, and we're going to say what kind of shortcode we want, and we're going to say animated buttons. Okay. And the type of button, I think that has to do with when the person scrolls their mouse over the top of it. And let's preview it for right now. And we're going to put in, whatever. You can test each one of these. Oh, here we go. Okay. So when you scroll over it, swing is going to do that. If you put in bounce and preview, just hold your mouse over it. Okay, so pick whatever animation you want. Button alignment, let's put it in the center. Button color can be whatever you want. I'm going to go ahead and do orange. I'll say button size is going to be large. I want it to be a big button. And let's say, I don't know, yes, I want to master this formula now. Okay. And where button self-target, what that mean or target means is whether or not that when they click on it, is self means it's going to open up in the same window, or blank means it'll open up a new window. Let's go ahead and have it open a new window in case they click on it before they finish watching the video. And then destination URL, this is your order page or the sales page of whatever you're sending them to. So www.mysalespage.com. Let's go ahead and preview it. All right, so now I've got this big old button. I'm going to say insert. And now all I need to do is update my page. And I'm going to go over here to say preview changes. And I've just created a sales page in less than 15 minutes, okay? So like I said, the upside is that it's pretty easy to use. It is really, it's free, right? If you're already Elite Marketing Pro member, you can use this for free. It doesn't cost you any extra money. The downside is you don't have quite as much flexibility. You're not going to be able to do things like have the button slide in at a certain time. You're not going to be able to have the video auto. So that's my recommendation. If you are a little bit more technical and you want even more control, then I would check out Optimize Press, and I'll do a video on Optimize Press, how to build the page there as well. But for now, that's all on how to build your sales page inside of Elite Marketing.